man's my guy, y'all boy, y'all guy. You know, Jaime Munguía says, gives a reason on why he not fighting Charlo, Bivol, or Jamal Charlo, Bivol, or Golovkin. All right. So he gave reasons on boxerscene.com. I do my best to give you my recollection of what he said in his statement, because I obviously don't have a computer, and maybe I should get one. You know, maybe I should get some wireless Wi-Fi. Once Verizon start offering it, I'd probably think about getting it. And the good thing about it, if my power go out, you could charge your internet and it still fucking work. That's what I like about it. And I wonder, and Xfinity internet is great, by the way, so I don't have no complaints there, but I wonder if they got some a wireless, you know, modem that you could buy like that where you could charge it. I'm gonna look into that. But Verizon internet, I heard T-Mobile's pretty good, but I heard that their internet is pretty good though. But yeah, I don't have too many things going on more in my house unless somebody come over. So I might play the Xbox. I got the desktop. I'm probably about to grab another laptop. So I got a few things kind of working. You know how that go. But TVs and shit, man, Fire Sticks. But nonetheless, on my mundane life, which I don't mind it being mundane at all. That means less bull jive. But nonetheless, man, so he said about Bivol, he said several proposals were thrown out there for him and Bivol to fight, but he said he don't know what happened. It just never got done. So I don't know, you know, people assume that it's money. It could be weight, it could be catch weight, it could be rehydration clauses. You know, Bivol could feel like he on a different level than Munguía, which he is in the boxing ring, which to me, that just made no more sense. I believe De La Hoya did come out and say, well, they weren't looking to make that fight. He did say that. De La Hoya said they really wasn't. Oh, what's going on? I'm tripping out here. He said De La Hoya said they really wasn't looking to make that fight. Yeah, De La Hoya said they really were. I remember him saying not too long ago they really wasn't looking to make that fight. So, you know, there you have it. You know, so they really wasn't looking to get active in that fight, bro. So I mean, it is what it is. Maybe he do know why. Maybe he wanted it, but Oscar didn't want it. So Oscar didn't really negotiate. And in faith, Oscar's job is to protect as many assets as he can since losing Canelo. So funny is, you know, he kind of basically told you what he all about. Now Oscar will go make some fights. I will give him that. Even though he know his dog's gonna get toe up, you know, out there, he will make a fight for the better of boxing. But he also was like, why would you go out there to make the Bivol fight? So he was, you know, saying that he wanted to protect Canelo, and Ryan Garcia only ran out there in the middle of the street because he wanted to be protected. That's just honestly what it is. You know, he didn't want to be protected by Oscar no more. Oscar basically said, you know, Ryan went out there and got in an argument. He basically said, you chose to go do that dumb stuff versus Tank. I told you not to. You and your advisor advised to go do that. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, but obviously he probably wanted to protect Jaime, and that's probably with a catch weight, rehydration clauses. Like I said, and that's a fight that, why would you go mess with Bivol? That just don't make no sense. The only way you go mess with Bivol for real, if you feel like I could beat Bivol, then Canelo gonna have to see me, and I'm gonna fade Canelo. I'm gonna take Canelo out and then be the new face of Mexican boxing. And Munguía got a good following too, a real good following. What's so funny about, you know, Mexicans, them motherfuckers ain't coming on the other side of the Mississippi River. I mean, you could probably even deeper than that. When the last time you seen Mexicans, like for real, really, you know, we seen Canelo go to MSG, but guess what? It wasn't versus nobody. Andy Ruiz was the last prominent Mexican to have a really, really big fight in, you know, on the East Coast. I mean, really, when you think about it, if they come in East, they usually, you know, they not Chavez usually. That was a different era. I don't know where the fuck he fought, you know, outside of Texas and, you know, the West Coast. I don't know if he fought on the East Coast. I can't remember, but you got to understand too, a lot of them, they don't really come out to Jersey back when the boardwalk was hot. They ain't really coming out to New York. You know, they really ain't, you know, going to Florida like that. You know, Carolinas, DC, they really ain't doing that. I mean, boxing barely want to put stuff on in Atlanta. I heard that Top Rank wasn't happy with the numbers that Shakir Stevenson did in Atlanta versus Jamel Herring. And it was during the fucking pandemic. And I think they said they sold something like 9,000 seats. It was either like 6,000 to 9,000. They said, well, they wasn't really happy with those numbers. I said, for one, it's the pandemic. Two, you gotta continue to do a better job of promoting, but I think that's pretty good. You know, I think that's pretty good, bro. You know what I'm saying? You in the pandemic and you sell out 9,000 of a 20,000 seat stadium during the pandemic. Like, that's one thing about boxing I will say. Well, I'm kind of getting off track, but I think y'all enjoy this conversation. They're so programmed in, they so grandfathered in with all these old dudes. Only one that's really innovating is Eddie Hearn. And I'm gonna get his own free game right here, bro. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get his own free game. But they so programmed in into fighting the same shit. Fighting the same places. How do you expand your fan base? You can't. Hector Camacho fought in Alaska. Guys used to fight in Indianapolis, Ohio, Milwaukee, Minnesota. They do fight in Indianapolis. You know, they used to fight in, you know, everywhere. You gotta make this, but then again, they got backdoor deals with venues and all that, and they don't want to break new relationships. If you go back to talk about Floyd and 50 breakage, Floyd and whoever the other guy was, I forget his name, 50 and the other guy, they had brokered a deal where they cut Al Heyman out because Floyd asked for 50 help. 50 looked at the situation. Long story short, I got a video on it. Just put Floyd and 50 name in there. It should come up, right? They evaluated the situation, right? They evaluated it. He said, look here, man, Al don't have a business manager for you, this, that, and the third. Let's cut Al out. He brokered deals with the Superdome in New Orleans. He brokered a deal with Jerry Jones and a few other stadiums where Floyd would be getting directly paid from them. It wouldn't be no, okay, Jerry put this site fee down, Jerry Jones, it go through Al and then Al pay out. No, they cut Al Heyman out and they plug in Floyd. So, well, I can't cut Al out. It's a reason for that. Just like Errol Spence can't completely cut Al out. People say, well, he got dirt on them. Well, he got a fucking stone-legged contract. But I also heard somebody say they got multiple brothers in the sport. I'll just put that key down, that Al Heyman can make it bad for them. So they really can't leave. Even though they say, oh, we don't have a contract, but Al Heyman can make it bad. They say Al Heyman is a very powerful man, and they can make it really bad out there for them. So, like I said before, he got dirt on all his fighters. And, you know, if it's drug testing, if it's, you know, stopping them from eating, if it's a contract, whatever it is, he can stop them from fighting in the ring. But nonetheless, but yeah, free game for the zone. You know, I've been watching Ultimate Fighter. I watched it here and there, but I kind of invested into it. YouTube TV, it kind of started saving shit for you to watch. So I started watching it. I watched the whole thing with McGregor and other guys. Pretty fucking good. The Zone basically throwing all this money and all this type of shit. Why don't the Zone just come up with their own Contender Series? Hear what the Zone can do, man. I'm giving y'all free game here with the Zone. If you do the show, hey, just hey, cut me in. You know what I'm saying? Cut me in on the show. This is what you do. You can do your own The Zone Contender Series, right? And what you can do is you got multiple chances you can do. I'm gonna finish on the Jaime thing. You got multiple things you can do here. You could take a Contender Series in United States. You could take one in the UK. Find the best fighters you can find in the UK, United States. You can do season 1 in the United States, season 2 the UK, and then in season 3, you know what I'm saying, you could take the top 5 or 5 fighters from each season, you know, each season from the US and the UK, and then you can make a season 3 or something like that, or you can make an entire season and have them do it. So basically you could do one big season, or you could break it down. You could do one big season of United States and UK going back and forth, however you want to edit it, or episode 1 is US, episode 2 is the UK, or however you want to mix them, or half the first episode is US, half the second episode is the UK. Then, you know, and then you get into the, you know, the US versus the UK round, where the top 3 fighters, you know, after you do like a little, you know, season break, autumn break, then, or winter break, then you come in the second half of it, and then, you know, the top 5 or 3 fighters, however you want to do, they duke it out, you get one champion. Or you could do US one season, UK then one season, like I said, and then You could do the top 5 or whatever in UK versus US, and then you can go to Asia and do it. Then you can go do Asian. You could do Japanese versus Chinese contenders. You could stream it over there in Japan. That way, you will always have content that people are interested in internationally. You know what I'm saying? So you could do an Asian series. You could do a US and UK series. Then you can put them all against each other, or however you want to do. And then you building up Bud and Stars, because there's great talent all across the US and the UK, everywhere. That's what the UFC do. That's why I got dojos everywhere and identify talent, and that's why they always got fresh talent. You can identify these young talents. Guess what? If you get some real tangible talents that people follow and they build a following on there, then guess what you can do? Then you can actually, take those stars, put them on the zone, put them on cards, put them on Canelo cards, and build their own stardom. But nonetheless, so basically, he said that about Bivol, right? I went all the way off, but I think y'all enjoy that conversation, so I'll keep it. So then he said about Triple G that basically they sent offers to Triple G. We know they was originally supposed to fight. California didn't allow Triple G to bum bash on Munguía, but they allowed him to bum bash on Vanes Monterosian. So that is what it is from there. But then he continued to say that Triple G just ain't been returning phone calls or offers, that he just chilling right now. So it don't seem like Triple G want to fight. That's pretty much what he said. It don't seem like Triple G want to do something before do something. So he ain't just, he ain't interested. Then you continue to go on, and he talked about Charlo. Said Charlo been out the ring for 2 years. It's easier now to make the fight that the Zone and Showtime got acquainted with the Ryan Garcia Tank fight. He said he don't know what's going on with Charlo. Been out the ring for 2 years. He still like to fight. And then fans start saying, well, you dug Janibek on Twitter threads and stuff, and you didn't want to fight him. And I agree with that. He should have fought Janibek. He ain't shit, and what I've seen of him. But you should have fought Janibek, got a belt or whatever. And then people say, well, you was the one that messed up the Charlo fight. But it really wasn't him. It was simply that, let's just say the Zone has ownership. So the Zone kind of stopped that, and they didn't want Munguía to go over there. Munguía doing great numbers over there, regardless if it's Charlo, Marlo, whoever it is. So, and if I'm being totally honest, Munguía is the A side, so Charlo should be coming to the Zone. Let's keep it a buck. Munguía, his career continued to sell tickets and do shit, with nobodies, and Charlo ain't fought since. So who really took the grunt of the blame? Who really took the massive hit? The moss of hit to my other Hardenbergs is drinking tea and crumpet like Dr. Blick. Who else took the massive hit? Munguía still fighting 3 times a year. He fought twice during the pandemic year. Munguía still eating. Charlo the one that ain't eating. Like Munguía don't need Charlo, nigga, like at all. Charlo the one that fell off after it. I hate that Oscar De La Hoya kind of with that whole ass shit. Talking about they should strip argue Charlo and give it Munguía and Derevchenko. No, the hell they shouldn't. Now Munguía wanted to get in there with Carlos Adames, then hey, sign me up for that. Sign me all the way up. But not for Derevchenko. This might be Derevchenko's last hurrah. But nonetheless, it is what it is, man. I'm a Munguía fan, I'm a Charlo fan, I'm a Bivol fan, I'm a F Golovkin, by the way, so I don't really care about Golovkin. I'm a fan of pretty much, all these fights, but Munguía should have fought Janibek. Munguía should be looking to fight Lara, Danny Garcia, Michael Zephyr. That situation get figured out after the triple Danny Garcia and Lara. He should be looking to fight Jamal Charlo, Janibek before you. You got to crawl before you walk. So, he should be looking to fight guys at a division, get a belt at a division that you never got a belt in. So imagine how bigger your fights would be. But then again, Oscar De La Hoya don't got no house money to play with. And De La Hoya got to protect his capital at all costs, and that's just what it boiled down to. I think Munguía fight everybody, and I don't think Munguía's progressing the way they want him to. But the problem with that is it's hard to get a kid to progress when he falling out at the fucking weigh-in, when he draining himself to make weight. He ain't 100%, so he out here growing, man. He outgrowing the weight class, and y'all passing up title opportunities. It makes no fucking sense. He getting bored. Either he ain't disciplined outside the gym, he getting bored with the competition that they giving him, or 2, he outgrew the weight class. So at the end of the day, y'all need to figure that out. Because if he bored and he's just not getting up for the challenges, he gonna lose to somebody he ain't supposed to lose to. So y'all need to challenge him regardless. But hey, it is what it is. Check out the boxnews.com, boxing news playlist. Check out boxing.com. They got the interview. I'm pretty sure it's probably a video out there as well too. hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, TikTok, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, CJ Good 313, Cash Out, and PayPal. All that's in the link tree, man. Rate me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio, wherever you listen to the podcast. Just give me a rating. It's 100% fucking free. Just like hitting the like button and sharing the videos. You got permission to screen record them, share them wherever you want to share them. It's free. Like, geez Louise. Y'all be like, oh, niggas begging for donations and all that shit. Man, nigga, I'm just asking y'all to rate the podcast. It's free to listen to it. You know, that's all I'm asking y'all to do. Rate the podcast, please. You know, please rate my podcast in my Diddy voice. It's 100% free. I don't ask shit else. And also what burns my gears, I haven't got it lately, but people are like, where can I find you on social media, get in touch with you? I said before every video, like, can y'all understand the words that's coming out my mouth? I gotta put subtitle captions up here, bruh. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere I'm at right now. I'm everywhere but Facebook right now. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, the whole nine, bro. So if you got a platform you want me to join that you think I should join, I'm all for it. You got a podcast platform you think I should join, I'm all for it. Just let me know the platform. I do my due diligence and I got you. But rate the fucking podcast. All the links in the description. When I do a live stream, it go right on there. I got some exclusive podcast shit coming. Hopefully I would have some more exclusive shit for y'all coming, but my plan got stopped a little bit. So hopefully I'm have everything in play by the time Spencer Crawford fight week coming in. So I got some good shit cooking up. I want to have it done before the end. And I want to, you know, so I'm not going to let the cat out the bag because y'all niggas dream killers. I'm joking. So rate the podcast. Please, bro. Please, please, please. Hopefully y'all enjoying the shorts. Check out the Boxing News Middleweight Talk playlist. Peace.